This is LOA Recon with Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma, where we explore the ins and outs of conscious creation to manifest our favorite dreams come true. Let's have some fun together. Welcome and thank you for joining me for another episode. We have a very special guest sitting in on our recording today. This is Miss Molly, who we hope is done stepping on things and tipping things over. Oh, Kitty, no, not there. Oh, Kitty. Oh, love. It's sit still or go out. Those are our options. You cannot sit there. Why don't you go out? Yeah, it's way more interesting out there. There you go. Okay. It occurred to me that if someone were following me around who had like an unlimited bank bag where they gave me $1 for every nice thought that I had, like every rave, every appreciation, every compliment, for every good thought that I had, they handed me $1, I have a feeling I'd be thinking a lot more of those. And if they took $5 from me for every worry, every complaint, every resentment, every negative thought, I know I'd be cleaning up my game in a hurry. I would make so much. I would bank a lot of cash, wouldn't you? It'd be like walking around picking up dollar bills off the ground. That's how easy it is for us to find things we like, right? When we've got incentive to, and when we've got incentive to stop complaining, like if it was literally costing us money every time we did, I just think we'd get better at this than we already are. At least I know I would. I would rock that party so hard. I mean, what would I still be willing to complain about knowing it's going to cost me a chunk of change every time? I'm telling you, my thought game would get upgraded in a hurry. I'd clean my game up so fast. I'd be so good at thinking and saying appreciative, celebratory, rave review things. I mean, how rich would I be? How fast? It would be impressive because I'm good at thinking good thoughts when I want to be. I'm really good at it. And I am also capable of going on some rampages of negativity. But if I knew those were costing me $5 for every one, I'd get so stingy with those. I would be like, it's not worth it. My thought game would get so much better so fast. Or maybe money isn't the payoff. Maybe it could be, here's a payoff. What if I could drop 1 pound for every 5-minute rave? Or what if I could erase 1 wrinkle for every grudge that I let go of? Or something like that. Maybe the incentive could come from our love life. Like maybe 1 romantic gesture from our sweetie or 1 compliment from someone we love every time we engaged good vibrations. Or what if it was an argument or a misunderstanding every time we complained or worried? Wouldn't we get better at this? Okay, y'all, this isn't hypothetical. This is how the system works. This is the power of our thoughts. They are doing this. Our thoughts create a vibrational foundation that everything comes from. It sets us up for what we want or what we don't want with every thought we think. It's not hypothetical. It's called law of attraction. So this is not just an entertaining thought experiment. It's where our entire reality comes from. Every complaint, every worry, every resentment, and every appreciation, every compliment, every delight, it is affecting our bank accounts and our bodies and our relationships, our entire lives. It's just that it isn't always immediately, directly apparent to us. Like we don't always connect those dots or understand how obviously directed our thoughts are with what's happening next. But if we did have an immediate repercussion from every thought, whether it was either costing our bank account or growing it, or enhancing our immune system or taxing it, or calling love towards us or pushing it away, or whatever it is that we care about, if we knew that directly, wouldn't our focusing game get a big upgrade? Mine did. So after I floated this idea by fellow creators at Good Vibe University, I was playing with it myself. In fact, I remember we went to the farm supply store and our shopping trip experienced some hiccups. There were like 3 pricing issues in one shopping trip. It was not my joy. It was taking up time. I was causing extra work for people. I was holding up the line. But really, it wasn't me. It was them. It was their system that sucked. Okay, but it was embarrassing and I didn't love it. They didn't love it. Anyway, as I walked out of the store with Chad, I had a complaint right at the tip of my tongue. Okay, it wasn't just one complaint. I'd been saving him up for once we were out of earshot. And once we were walking out of the store, we were in the parking lot. I was getting ready to say to him some things about that. But then I thought, ooh, $5 each? Oh, I don't think so. So I just said to Chad, I said, you know what? It would be too expensive for me to talk about what just happened in there. He didn't know what I was talking about, so I explained the game to him, and he was unimpressed with it. He didn't understand how brilliant this method is for cleaning up our thoughts. It's a brilliant system. He didn't get it, but I did. Just this morning, I was laying in bed thinking about how to respond to the neighbor who is either lying to me or she is passing on someone else's lies that she's believing, and my thoughts about this subject were not lovely. I was turning it over this way and that way. I was wondering, do I respond? Do I respond via email or text? Or should this be certified mail? Should this be through an attorney? Or should I just do what Chad said and just see what happens next year? And I'm like, no, I can't just wait and see what happens because we know it's going to happen. You could feel me on this, right? Yeah, it wasn't good. I was turning it around, and then it occurred to me, oh my gosh, how much did I just spend? Oh, how much did I just spend? I'm like, I'm going to spend my whole retirement if I keep this routine up on this neighbor. And that gave me the incentive. Go back to banking some good thoughts. And it was easy. Because I was laying in my bed. Oh my gosh, it feels so good in my bed. I just swapped out comforters. I got the warm one on now. It is so cozy. It felt so good. I love it when the air gets crisp outside, when it makes the cats want to snuggle. In fact, there was someone under the covers with me. I think that is so adorable. And I was in pajamas that I love. In fact, I got 2 pajamas that I love. So I can either have one in the wash or be wearing one. I always have my favorite pajamas to wear. Okay. That's more like it. Like a dozen more of those for good measure, and I'm good to go. And then when my mind went back to my neighbor issue, I remembered, you know what? This isn't that important. It's not that big a deal. And I'm creating this monster anyway. That's for a different podcast, but I know I'm writing the script for everyone in my life. No one's disempowering me. Only I can do that to myself. Okay, in this game that we're playing, any thought that feels better counts. So then I'm sitting outside on the deck. I'm enjoying a lovely day with my lovely breakfast. I'm listening to the crows and I'm watching the doves. I'm admiring how much these trees over here have grown in the cloud cover that we have for the day. And I know my balance is growing and growing and growing. And then, screaming kids next door come out for some sort of pool party. Oh my word. And I don't understand. Why do kids scream so much in their playtime? I don't remember this much screaming when I was a kid at playtime. What's up with kids these days? Is it preservatives? I don't understand. I don't get what it is. And I don't like it. And then I hear myself and I think, oh girl, you want to keep forking over money? No, I don't. I do not. So I think, you know what? It's nice that they have a swimming pool. Oh my gosh, I bet those parents are delighted to have them out of the house for a while. And those parents get to talk to fellow adults. I bet that's a nice change for them. I know it would be for me if it was me. Look, Utah has a lot of kids in it and a lot of moms on prescriptions. I mean, I think we're the highest prescription abuse state in the country. I don't know if that statistic is still true, but I get it. I think it's the kids. Okay, see me? See what I mean when I say play in my game? I can veer off course here pretty easily, but when I imagine that I gotta fork over $5 for every unpleasant thought, do I really want to blow $50 on being mad about kids playing? Am I that ornery? Let's say no. Let's say no and then act like it, Jeanette, because every thought I think that isn't enjoyable is pushing away everything that I want, including health and wealth and love. And every thought I think that is enjoyable is drawing more of those good things to me, more to love, more to enjoy, more to celebrate. Somehow, For me, it's that thinking of it as $1 for every rave and $5 for every gripe, it just makes it so crystal clear to me what each of my thoughts is either costing me or gaining me. And maybe money isn't the ticket for you. If it isn't, then imagine something else that matters to you, just to help improve your willingness to think the thoughts that let universe deliver whatever it is that you want. Or maybe it isn't $1 for every nice thought and $5 for every gripe. Maybe for you it's reversed. I just know for me, I had to make complaining more expensive. And I also didn't want to make it be like $100 for every appreciative thought, because I know me. I'd get a whole bunch of those banked and then I'd get lazy about it because I don't need that much money to live how I want to live. So, I'd bank 100 raves and then be like, I'm good for a while. And then I needed to make that ratio works for me. Yours might be different, but for me, it helps me embrace a stronger practice and it's helping me be more aware. Maybe it'll do it for you too. I'm curious, what would your tally look like at the end of the day? Like, what would the status be of your vibrational ledger? Maybe it's a thought experiment that will help improve your balance too. I hope you got some inspiration from this, or some entertainment if nothing else. Thanks for listening, everyone, and happy manifesting.